There have been plenty of LEGO Star Wars sets to be remade, but what about the sets that won't be remade? Starting off with set 7680 from 2008, we have the Twilight, with 4 minifigures including Anakin Skywalker, Ahsoka, Rhoda the Hutt, and R2-D2. This is a very unique set. It only appeared in the Clone Wars show when Anakin and Ahsoka went on a mission to save Rhoda the Hutt. Many fans might not even know that this ship exists unless you remember that specific episode. While I am a huge fan of this LEGO set, I feel it doesn't have the following to really push for LEGO to make a remake. If LEGO were to end up remaking this set, I feel it would look phenomenal and it would be a huge upgrade, but since it is super niche and unique to that one specific part of Star Wars, I just don't think LEGO is going to make such a unique set when they would rather focus on sets that are higher in demand. Set 75084, the Wookiee gunship, set 75046, the Coruscant Police gunship, and set 75354, the Coruscant Guard gunship, all fall underneath the same category of just not enough fan demand. 2014 and 2015, we saw the Police gunship and the Wookiee gunship, and LEGO was doing some unique things in these years because back-to-back years with such niche gunships is amazing. I'm a big fan of these unique alternate builds to the classic set, but when you think of a gunship, you think of the traditional red, white, and green ship that we see in episode 2. In 2023, when the rumors of a gunship came out, fans were super excited, but then it became known that it was going to be a Coruscant Guard gunship, and people were still very excited, but it didn't have that same sort of feeling that a regular gunship had. I would love for LEGO to remake all 3 of these sets at some point in the future. I just think when it comes to a gunship, LEGO might stick to the more traditional version just because of how fans felt about this Coruscant Guard gunship. If they were to remake these sets, I would hope that they would increase them in size a little bit so we don't run into a similar issue like we saw with the Coruscant Guard gunship of not enough interior space. The UCS Darth Maul's bust would be a perfect remake, but I just don't think it's ever going to happen. It's definitely not the best looking set, but in recent years it has become a fan favorite set, and if you want this set new in box, you are going to be looking at spending nearly $3,500. So it's safe to say that the fan demand is definitely there. While we may never see a UCS bust again, we have seen LEGO Star Wars make bust again with smaller versions of a Darth Vader bust and a Sith Trooper, which I personally really enjoyed. But the main reason of why we may never see a LEGO bust ever again across any theme is because of what happened with the Marvel line. LEGO released a Black Panther bust, and the set for a majority of its shelf life was on sale for about 40% off. And I'm pretty sure that's going to scare LEGO from ever trying to make another bust again, especially in this larger UCS style. When LEGO releases a set for that much money, they expect it to be at retail price for its entire shelf life. Maybe they'll put it on sale when it's about to retire for 20% off, but they definitely don't anticipate that happening. Now, LEGO doesn't have to remake a Darth Maul bust. I would love to have any character remade into a UCS style bust, as I'm sure many fans would as well. I just have a feeling that LEGO might say, you know what, let's focus on making ships and other vehicles rather than a bust which has the potential to flop. Both of Poe Dameron's X-Wings with set 75102 and set 75273 are on this list, and it's not because these are bad sets at all. It's because they're part of the sequel trilogy, and as we know, the majority of Star Wars fans aren't too crazy about the sequels, which are going to hurt the sales of any sequel sets, and as we see today, LEGO isn't making too many sequel sets. I like the minifigs in both of these sets. I think they're very solid, and I think I'm a bigger fan of these sets than the majority of people. I would very much welcome these sets on shelves again with open arms, but I just don't think with how the fans feel about the sequel trilogy that LEGO is going to want to take that risk. Though these aren't bad sets, LEGO is a business and they would probably remake Luke's X-Wing a million times before remaking a sequel X-Wing, just because Luke's X-Wing is probably the best and most consistent seller of all the X-Wings. The UCS Naboo Starfighter came out in 2002 and retailed for $40, and it will forever be the cheapest UCS set. While this set has been remade, it's never been done again in the chrome pieces, and the reason for that is because LEGO stopped making chrome pieces. Yes, for Lord of the Rings, we do get a chrome piece here and there when they make a ring, but besides that, we never see it again. Fans still talk about this set, and a set that once retailed for $40 is crazy expensive now. I don't think we'll see this set again in the foreseeable future, but just like with the Darth Maul bust, never say never. I also don't see a way we get another motorized AT-AT Walker. This had the best play feature of any AT-AT Walker, and it was one of the original AT-AT Walkers that LEGO has ever made, and it is still regarded as one of the best play features of all time. And while Star Wars fans would love to have another motorized AT-AT, I don't think LEGO will be willing to go back and risk sacrificing the looks of a newer AT-AT Walker to incorporate this play feature. But I am still holding out hope. We have another pair of sets with Han Solo's Landspeeder and Moloch's Landspeeder, both from the Solo film. Just like with the Poe Dameron X-Wings I mentioned a little while ago, these suffered the same fate, and that being that they're from a film that didn't do too well. Now these are both really good sets, I love the model of them, and I personally was a fan of the Solo film. I think I liked it more than the majority of people, but with that being said, one person isn't enough to move the needle for LEGO to want to make more Solo sets. The minifigs in both of these sets were very nice. Like I just mentioned, the models were also very nice, and I think that these were both really solid sets that LEGO could probably upgrade, even though I think they're pretty good as is. So if one day LEGO decides to make more Solo sets, maybe they'll remake these, but I highly doubt that they will ever do that, unless for whatever reason they are in the mood to make another Landspeeder. But I think that all LEGO Star Wars fans can agree we get enough Landspeeders with the Luke's Landspeeder. The UCS Assault on Hoth isn't the most appreciated set by fans. As time has gone on, like we saw with the MBS Betrayal at Cloud City, the fan appreciation for that has gone up, and so has the price. With this set, the price has gone up, but not as much as you would expect. I feel that this set is definitely overhated. Now, I'm not saying it's a good set, but I feel I go easier on it than the rest. While I would easily welcome a remake for this set, I don't think LEGO wants to take the risk and remake a set that there is basically no fan demand for, and there are plenty of other sets that they could make or remake, like an Ewok Village, or how about an MBS Geonosis Arena. One of the coolest variations of a vehicle in Star Wars is with set 75157, Captain Rex's AT-TE Walker. This is from Star Wars Rebels, and unless they release it for an anniversary of Star Wars Rebels, I don't see this set being remade. Much like with the Republic gunships, I think fans would much rather have a regular gunship, and with this, while this does include Captain Rex, I feel that the demand would rather be for an AT-TE. Now, I could absolutely be wrong, and within the next 5 years, we could easily get another Captain Rex's AT-TE, but we do currently have an AT-TE on shelves, and I don't think once that retires, they're going to be rushing to put another one or even another variation of one on shelves. I would love for there to be another Captain Rex minifig, and I would love to be wrong on this. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, only time will tell. Let me know what you think about my list of sets. What sets do you think LEGO will never remake? Or what sets on this list do you think actually have a shot at being remade? Don't forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more LEGO content, and I'll see you in the next one.